So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go from Chicago. Devin Duvernay to return it. Oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And the fumble recovery is made. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. One play action. Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Off the play fake, Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
For a Chicago Bears.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That one's nabbed by Komet. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And there's that slot at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Looking from the gun, Williams. Buys time, rolling right. Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time, Kibbe did a terrific job of finding that out. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They're on the counter with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears finish off their opening drive. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Calvin Austin on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at at their own 26-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a pickup of 11. And that's the Steelers' first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 34. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has him on a quick hitter. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some...
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Johnson up the middle. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Boswell to add the PAT. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Odunze's got it right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd down. Here's Williams. It's on target to Moore. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but only so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-some years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And they drop him with a big hit, but it's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
That's good for us Chicago Bears.
1st down. Here's Swift. We'll cobble together a yard there. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him about 3 yards, and now they can have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
That's a gain of 3.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears facing a deficit near the break. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Williams from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Williams throwing on 4th. Has his man caught by Odunze. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Williams to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Hits his target. That's Jarvis White. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Watch out.
On 4th down, it's Williams. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down. The Steelers calling their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
70 Lions. Let's go.
Here's Howard, 1st and 10. Flushed out now to his left. Looking right, throwing deep. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
He's back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when it was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds of their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS.
Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10 since 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago.
Today, boy, what a matchup. 2 NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chicago Bears.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. You look at this Bears defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Howard. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The Bears at 4-6 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw, it's Williams. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 20.
On play action, here's Williams. His throw incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. They'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw is Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
What is up?
Play action. Now Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Park squares. What is up? Hey, volunteer.
They'll look to throw forward with Williams. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Let's go.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
74 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Bears take over first and 10 at their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Williams loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make it.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
That's another Bears first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
That's good.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing is Williams. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A first down carry here for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Williams.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A Nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Good for Chicago Bears.
To the air, Williams. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for the Bears.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down to the 10.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Next to score, Steelers 22. Bears 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it.
Darius Slay with a pick.
Off to the races.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel it a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Operating from the gun, Howard. He finds Austin complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the 10-yard
They'll send the tight end in motion. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
A dream, I had a vision, I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth, nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, hey, hey.